we knew it was only a matter of time. In this episode, we discuss using AI as a weapon as the Air Force looks to build a fleet of AI-controlled drones. But before we get into that, Google took a step towards transparency in AI-generated images this week. Google DeepMind announced SynthID, a watermarking/identification tool for generative art. The company says the technology embeds a digital watermark, invisible to the human eye, directly onto an image's pixels. SynthID is rolling out first to a limited number of customers using Imagine, Google's art generator available on its suite of cloud-based AI tools. One of the many issues with generative art, apart from the ethical implications of training on artists' work, is the potential for creating deep fakes. For example, the Pope's hot new hip-hop attire, an AI image created with Midjourney, going viral on social media, was an early example of what could become more commonplace as generative tools evolve. It doesn't take much imagination to see how something like political ads using AI-generated art could do much more damage than a funny image circulating on Twitter. Watermarking audio and visual content to help make it clear that content is AI-generated was one of the voluntary commitments that 7 AI companies agreed to develop after a July meeting at the White House. Google is the first of the companies to launch such a system. Check out the rest of this story and others at Engadget.com. The F-22 and F-35 are two of the most cutting-edge and capable war machines in America's arsenal. They also cost $143 million and $75 million a pop, respectively. Facing increasing pressure from China, which has accelerated its conventional weapon procurement efforts in recent months, the Pentagon announced Monday a program designed to build out America's drone production base in response. As part of that effort, the United States Air Force has requested nearly $6 billion in federal funding over the next 5 years to construct a fleet of XQ-58A Valkyrie uncrewed aircraft, each of which will cost a comparatively paltry $3 million. The Valkyrie comes from Kratos Defense and Security Solutions as part of the USAF's Low-Cost Attritable Strike Demonstrator, LCASD program. The 30-foot uncrewed aircraft weighs 2,500 pounds unfueled and can carry up to 1,200 total pounds of ordnance. The XQ-58 is built as a stealthy escort aircraft to fly in support of F-22 and F-35 during combat missions, though the USAF sees the aircraft filling a variety of roles by tailoring its instruments and weapons to each mission. Those could include surveillance and resupply actions, in addition to swarming enemy aircraft in active combat. Earlier this month, Kratos successfully operated the XQ-58 during a 3-hour demonstration at Elgin Air Force Base. AACO, the Autonomous Air Combat Operations Team, has taken a multi-pronged approach to uncrewed flight testing of machine learning artificial intelligence and has met operational experimentation objectives by using a combination of high-performance computing, modeling and simulation, and hardware-in-the-loop testing to train an AI agent to safely fly the XQ-58 uncrewed aircraft, Dr. Terry Wilson, AACO program manager, said in a press statement at the time. The Air Force took heat in June when Colonel Tucker Cinco Hamilton misspoke at a press conference and suggested that an AI could potentially be induced to turn on its operator, though the DoD dismissed that possibility as a hypothetical thought exercise rather than simulation. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by Engadget contributor Andrew Tarantola and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.